There's something profoundly disappointing about a movie that has everything going for it and still manages to fuck it up. I'm serious, guys. I've been putting this off for like over a week now because I've just been so creatively drained and not feeling like talking about this movie. But I gotta do it eventually, so here we go. Body at Brighton Rock is a survival horror film directed by Roxanne Benjamin and starring Karina Fontes, and it tells the story of a wildly incompetent park ranger who gets herself lost in the mountains and stumbles upon a dead body. This has been on my watch list for a while, and like I said, this movie has a lot going for it. It's a simple but effective story that can make for a really good survival thriller, and it works within its means. Small cast, small scale, simple location. But the execution is bad. I don't really have many positives to list about this movie aside from its potential. Karina Fontes gives a fine performance, especially considering this is her debut role. It's not great, it's nothing to write home about, but considering she basically has to carry the entire movie on her own, she does a decent job. The cinematography isn't anything to write home about either. Everything has this cold, steely, digital look to it, and the shot composition is more messy than anything. On its own, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, but the lighting in this movie is awful, and it makes everything else look worse as a result. The daytime scenes are all disgustingly overexposed, and the nighttime scenes are somehow worse. It's all really obvious day for night, tinted blue. None of the color matches between any shots that are all taking place during the same time period. And it just comes across looking extremely amateurish, which is a shock because Roxanne Benjamin has some pretty solid shorts under her belt. But honestly, my biggest problem with this movie comes from the script. A film about an underprepared person trapped in the wilderness with a dead body shouldn't be boring, but it is. Part of that comes from the fact that nothing happens for a good chunk of the middle of this film. The other part comes from the fact that Wendy is possibly the dumbest leading character I've ever seen in a film like this. This is a park ranger who has seemingly no understanding of basic protocol or safety regulations whatsoever. She volunteers herself to go out hiking on a trail she's never hiked before after all she's really done at the park is like birthday parties. She stumbles upon a dead body which she then touches a lot. She shouts loudly within earshot of a maybe murderer. She pepper sprays herself. There's such a thing as a flawed protagonist for sure, but then there's this. And this is irredeemably stupid. And it all leads up to a completely ridiculous and nonsensical ending that, I'll be honest, didn't make any sense to me outside of like one really short throwaway line from the beginning of the film. And it just doesn't work. I don't know what else I can say here. This movie bored me to tears and didn't really leave me with anything to say. I'm gonna say that Body at Brighton Rock is poor. It's not good, and it's really boring, and I wouldn't recommend watching it, but if for some reason you decide to, it's streaming free on Hulu right now, so check it out, I guess. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. I've got a Patreon link down in the description with a couple new reward tiers for you to check out. If you're considering donating, I would really appreciate it. Even $1 would help. It would help me make new, better quality content for you all to enjoy. You could be like all these cool people right here. Again, it would mean a lot to me, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I'll see you all very soon.